Hey guys, how are you doing? Surely better than me. I just realized like 15 minutes before the scheduled start of the stream that I don't have dry bib shorts. So I needed to fish them out of the washing machine and blow dry them. It worked actually better than I expected, but oh boy. Hey Stephen, hey Morton, hey Riz, how are you? Oh. Thank you very much. Hey Franny, how are you? Didn't see you for a long time. I need to admit one thing. I'm nervous as hell from this race. I don't know why, but I am. And actually the camera is like weird. I need to move the position a little bit. And I forgot my towel as well, and the towel is wet and in the washing machine as well. Huh. I cannot say I'm prepared today. Still the camera is weird. Oh, because I moved it to the other side. Oh, thank God you are getting better, Franny. I was worried you finished your Zwift career. Hey, Katie, how are you? Oh, yeah. Where are my headphones? I was thinking that something is weird. I would regret that during the race, actually. That's better. It's super difficult to navigate in this room currently because we've got another rocker plate. My wife had first ride on it and she really liked it actually, which was fairly surprising for me because I expected she's going to be like horrified about the rocky movements, and I was worried that it will take quite a long time for her to get used to it, but she liked it. But it is super difficult to navigate here currently. Hey Pierre, how are you? So what I need to do? I will take TT bike for warm-up. I can see that, Katie. I didn't have the courage to start them. Yeah, so today we will be doing the stage 2 of Zwift Unlocked, and it is going to be actually way more difficult than it was a week ago, because it's somewhat longer, somewhat climbier, but but there are two back-to-back climbs at the end, and both are in the VO2 max range. So basically, to succeed in this race, you really need to push the pain through the pain. And like I said, today I'm very nervous about that. I don't know why. I don't have reason to be, but I've got that weird feeling that I don't like. Yes, they are actually put some 80s playlist. But I have it at very low level actually, because if I had the music at my standard listening level, I would really stumble when I would be talking to you. So I have it like a background, but I still need to hear myself. I actually don't have the headphone on my left ear because I need to hear myself talking. Otherwise, I would just blabber. Blabber. I did it yesterday as well. I did it as a ride to Recon. And it's basically the race is like the final 20 kilometers of the long ride from past week. So I know what I'm getting into, but for some reason it doesn't feel right today. And I've seen there is Nando in the race. Hopefully that's not the Nando, because otherwise I'm out of chance to compete. But hopefully the real one has, the real Nando has about almost 1,000 racing score. So it's not him, but it could be his like alt account. I don't know. Hopefully not. So I'm waiting for the race pens to be unlocked. And then I will do my warm-up usual. It is a different Nando. Okay. That's good to hear. Well, maybe if it was the real one, I would actually be under way less pressure, because like what I would do if it was the real one, right? So before I got into the pen, I have one piece of inside information or news, more likely, for EU-based Zwifters. Starting from Saturday, there is no longer going to be the 10% discount on Zwift Ride Bundle. For US and UK, nothing changes. But for EU, there is not going to be discount anymore. And currently, we don't know for how long, but it's the way it is. So if you are thinking about getting Zwift Ride Bundle, get it until Friday evening. It's going to be 10% cheaper. Get it through one of my links in the description. For US and UK, nothing changes, so you don't need to worry. You don't need to rush. If you are in the EU, it's not great. But it is the way it is. It is what it is. By the way, I am allowed to say this. I was specifically asking. So. Yeah, I can imagine. We are going to do, or hopefully but I am definitely going to do the long stage on Friday. Hopefully, Steve, you will join again. But it looks like super fun stage, you know. Jarvis Island, then we have the Titans Grove. Looks like a fun stage. But no doubt it's going to be very painful. Fingers crossed, yeah. Yeah. I am most excited about 4 and 5 for obvious reasons, but But this is going to be a nice one. Next week's short stage is going to hurt like crazy because it's going to be the four times Glasgow Rivers, and which is already super crazy with the Clyde Kicker Rivers. But then on top of that, we are doing this Girls Summit, the dirt side. So that's going to be Hey Suprema, how are you? Marshmallow. Yeah. There's like quick video on Zwift Insider from the new routes. There's not a lot of information or like visual information, but there is something. But I'm looking forward to that because I like New York City map a lot, actually. And until now, it wasn't featured very often. Yeah, there was the New York City launch celebration in New York City, and Zwift Insider was there. Eric, and he recorded some presentation. But it's like 30 seconds of footage that goes on high speeds, right? And it's nowhere near everything. Looks like it's going to be a lot of people in the race. My eyeballs are already drying from the fans. Okay, it's getting better. I already calmed down a little bit after sitting on the bike. It was a really weird feeling. Like when I was changing into my bib shorts, I started freaking out. This didn't happen for a long time for me before a race. It's like doing a race for the first time or something like that. It's not like I'm doing advanced or anything. Maybe I had too much sugar today. Or caffeine, yeah. I've had 3 coffees in the afternoon, so that's probable. So let's do the warm-up. Quite a lot of people were actually asking me about my warm-up routine lately. So just to show you, the warm-up protocol I'm doing is in the 30 minutes to burn section, and it is the one called Ultimate Warm-Up. It's the protocol from Sir Bradley Wiggins, and if it is good for Tour de France winner, it is good for me. Don't be alarmed when you are doing this warm-up. Oh, why my FTP is 283? That's not right. Let me adjust that. Oh, not this. That's not my FTP. As I was saying, don't be alarmed if you are doing this kind of warm-up, because it is fairly hard. Just putting it out there, you will feel like it's not really the correct thing to do before your race, but I'm doing the category that tops at 650. I would prefer to do the better one, but unfortunately today I cannot afford to start 1 hour later, so I had to do this one. But since there are 2 climbs at the end, I think it's going to be appropriate for me. I mean, I know, but both of those climbs are in the VO2 max range, and historically that's not my strong suit. I'm getting better in that. But what I'm really good at usually is the sprint or quite long efforts like 20 to 60 minutes or even longer. That 5-minute range or 3 to 5 minute range, that hurts, man. The thing with this kind of courses is, if there is an easy start or easy first half, which is the case here, people have tendency to overdo it right from the start, right? And then it is a pain fest until the end. Congrats, Kuchensalat. Enjoy. That is why I prefer courses that have a like climb from the start, because people tend to approach it more cautiously. That's the thing, Steven, because I still have it in my memory, right? It's like 4 days since you've done that. I need to remind myself that the guys pushing the tempo were like really, really good. And we had like one really hard climb before that. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I finally got a conclusion to my hardships with Elite Justo Trainer. I got a new one, but I'm not going to use it. I don't want to repeat all this. I'm going to keep it neatly packed in its original packaging and just sell it. Mark, welcome. Thank you for joining the membership. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing the highest that is available for me. 520 to 650. I would prefer to do the higher one that's in an hour, but I don't have the time to start 1 hour later, unfortunately. Yeah, you need to really try to rest between the pain cave and the rooftop, which is not easy. I watched your video. You did great. Oh, why am I shifting during a workout? Yeah. It was ridiculous. Not the best experience, but whatever. Now I just need to find a buyer for new Justo and partially used climb or whatever is riser. Ooh. I need to use my gloves instead of my towel because I have it in the washer. Probably not 100% back, but like 90%. I've got still 1 kilo more, which I'm trying to drop, and one thing is like the physical shape, but the other one is mental. I lost not only some physical shape, but a little bit of my confidence as well, because I had this nice successful streak, and that's a state of mind that's very easy to escape. But it's going to go back as well eventually. Yeah, I'm trying to train hard. I didn't miss a day of training since I've returned. So it's gonna be good eventually. And let's be fair, that streak couldn't have lasted forever. It's very hot here. Oh, I didn't open my window. So after I'm done with my warm-up, I will need to open my window. It's absolutely fine with the sweat. You don't even realize you have sweaty ears whatsoever. When you're wearing earphones, like AirPods, you notice that sweat glugging your ear around the earphone. With those, you don't, which is great. When I was in the States, I bought the AirPods 3 on Fifth Avenue in New York City because they have the heart rate measurements, but I prefer those to be riding with. Hey, Gork. I don't know how to respond to that, sorry. Okay, so that's the warm-up done. Felt pretty good. Was able even to talk during the harder intervals, which is always a good sign. It's a good barometer of my current state of lungs. All right. So let me open my window. Otherwise, I will bake to death. The warm-up is the ultimate warm-up from the 30 minutes workouts. I have 602 currently. Racing score. Oh, not many people here. Only 8 so far, but it's still quite a long way to go. Oh, I need to change the bike. That would be a bad thing. Yeah, I know, but I feel usually there are more people at 10 minutes to go. But I'm probably not here 10 minutes to go, usually. Not sure. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's way better with the window opened. It's raining outside. It's nice smelling air coming inside. So, Eva, I don't speak Polish, but I assuming you are asking me if I eat dumplings before race? Is that right? And if that's the case, yeah, sometimes I do. I hope so, Jonas. I think I'm about there. So I hope so. Oh, you do? But Flame, I and this might be anecdotal, but ever since I started doing the ultimate warm-up, I started having success, basically. Basically, my first successful race in the last few months was the Innsbrucking so like 2 months ago, the stage 1 of the Z Racing. And it was the first time I've used the ultimate warm-up. And since then, I'm on a success streak, so I'm doing that warm-up only, even if it's like superstition or something. Oh, you were asking me that. Oh, good for me. Good for me. Peter, it's a very nice trainer. If you do, go for it. Don't forget to use one of my links. You will get 15% off. That's nice. Don't buy it for the full price. Original Jalpak. I mean, the Czech dumplings are a little different to what the world perceives as dumplings. Yeah, Morten, that's why I'm always waiting for 30 minutes to go to enter the pen. Because I don't want to spend additional energy to get into position. Yeah, it feels like the warm-up feels unnecessarily hard. But then again, I never found that it would like hurt my performance or anything. Knödel. Yeah. But basically, Czech cuisine is pure carbohydrate, right? And protein. So, not bad for riding. So since many more people joined, I will repeat it one more time. I have announcement for EU-based people. On Saturday, the 10% discount on Zwift Ride Bundle is going to stop for undetermined amount of time. We don't know if it's going to go back and when. So if you are in the market for the bundle, get it until Friday evening with one of my links. You will get still 10% off. Since Saturday, it's just for the full price. For US and UK, nothing changes. And since we are in the business, this live stream is once again sponsored by TurboRock's rocker plates. If you want to increase your comfort on your bike, get one of those. It is by far, in my opinion, the best way to do it. Already got one for my wife and she loves it. And I have now both of them, both of the variation, and there is very little difference, but I might do a comparison later. But if you're interested, go to turborocks.com and use code RoadtoA if you decide to purchase one. Thanks, TurboRocks. Thanks. Yeah, I hear you. And I mean, I would be willing to try something different, but just riding with Pacer or something. But like, at this point, I'm superstitious about that. So if I really fail a race after I do that warm-up, I will be probably more inclined to try something different. But I never had a better result since I'm doing that, so I'm not jinxing, I'm not taking a chance. Like, I don't have UCI license, assuming I don't get one automatically by doing outdoor race, but I don't know. By the way, speaking of outdoor races, I've heard interesting thing today. It is now basically almost confirmed that one of the stages of next year's Tour de France is going to finish on top of Alpe d'Huez. And there are speculations that there should be 2 ascents of Alpe d'Huez during that stage. That would be incredible. Of course, I am 90% sure if that's the case, that is also going to be the stage of the let up by Tour de France. And if that's the case, I'm like 90% doing that. Because that's going to be like once in a lifetime opportunity to try Alpe d'Huez atmosphere as a racer. So we need to wait for the official confirmation on October 23rd, when the Tour de France route is going to be announced, and as well where the let-up route is going to be announced. But I've heard that's the case. Yeah, I would not last long in MMA match, but I like to watch it. Super fun sport to watch. And the guys and girls doing that are like toughest machines on the planet. Thank you very much. So I actually managed to dry those bibs fairly well. I was afraid I would be racing in wet bib shorts. I don't feel a difference. T minus 53. Already quite a lot of people here. I'm going to try to conserve as much energy as possible for the climbs. So I'll be staying in the draft, hopefully in the front. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. There's something clicking. I don't know what it is. Probably just some cable, but... Oh, there's Willie here. Okay, that is surprisingly reasonable start. So what do we get? Oh. Yeah. That's gonna hurt. So far it's pleasurable. But I have no doubt that it's going to end really soon. You're right, it is. That's helpful. No! I saw that two guys in front of me slow down a little bit, and I thought that was a sign of weakness, that they are hurting. So I pushed a little sooner than I would have, and actually one of the guys wasn't having a crisis. He was just waiting a little bit and he was stronger. But I'm very content with this result. Whew. Especially since basically all the guys around me did over 4 watts per kilo. So I think that's a sign of good racing strategy. Ooh, my legs feel like pedaling through mud currently. Ooh. Still going to take a while, Black Flame. I had 6:02 before this race. I think this is going to be like 6:10 maybe. Probably should have gone a little later. I don't think that was unlucky. Like I said, though there were the two guys that were attacking and they slowed down, and I thought that they overdone it, and I wanted to attack them at that very moment when they felt weak, but one of them was just waiting for the right moment in draft. Congrats, Snowcom. How did you like the racing experience since you did the first one? Black Flame, I think it takes like your history into consideration, your position in the race. If you win, you get way more than if you are second. Depends also on the strength of the field. You know, maybe not very much, but okay, so let's do the route of the week as a cool down. I think it is a short one. That's going to be about perfect for my wife. Oh, it's not a short one. So climb of the week was short one. Yeah. So let's do climb of the week. And yeah, it is weird how pain from running and pain from cycling feel different. I noticed that too when when I started riding. Oh, my wife just arrived. Or at least I assume so from the wailing and barking from my dog. Hey Caravan, how are you? Oh yeah, that's true, Black Flame, but you know, in the Z racing, you don't get to race 900, so I would actually enter advanced race if I could, but at least to try it. But thank you, Garg. Yeah, but with plenty of 900s, I probably wouldn't end mid-pack. But feels good. It feels, you know, finish like this feels way better than just sprinting at the end of the flat race. You can employ a little bit of tactics here, and you can employ a little bit of tactics even in sprint race, but 26. Let me check. Let me check what my racing score is now. Uh, 611 currently. I got 9 points. I mean, maybe on Tempus Fugit, yeah, but like if there is a climb, I don't think so. Oh. No, I don't want this. I don't want this bike. I need to finish leveling the Zwift bikes. I do not like it, but I want to start riding on Tron again. Currently I have level 4 road bike, level 1 climbing bike, and level 3 time trial bike. So I'm getting closer, but still going to take some time. By the way, I once again reached my max heart rate in this race, 193. Heart rate that I didn't think I could reach. I reached twice in the last 2 weeks. I mean, it doesn't, Steven, but you know when you are in draft. I've done multiple single TTs. Not a team time trial, but several single TTs. And I'm not a huge fan because I don't like any kind of FTP tests. But when they are part of the series, I simply push through it. I like the Bologna time trial. But basically, I did Bologna time trial in April, and when I returned from my holidays, and I basically got wrecked, and that was the breaking point for me when I told myself, okay, that's enough. I need to do something. And after that race, after that time trial, I started counting calories and entered a really rough training regimen. It was, we were doing it together, I remember. I don't know if at that point we were already scheduling the races in a way so we would race together. Was that in Pinky already? I believe it was, right? But I remember writing you at the top. You were way faster though. Yeah, it was definitely in Pinky. I'm just not sure if we were doing those this series together already. Well done. I mean, it depends on the course, right? In the race I just finished, 10-second power probably wouldn't give you very much. But in many cases it does. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I was shamelessly drafting on you during the Queen stage. And then I got dropped in the Mayan KOM. It is. I was talking about before the race. I don't know if you were here, but ever since I started doing the ultimate warm-up, I didn't have a bad result. I don't know if that's a superstition at this point, but it's like many like soccer players have pre-game rituals. So for me, it's that warm-up. It is, but it is interesting that it doesn't feel like so. It feels like unnecessarily hard. When I was doing it for the first time, I was thinking like, this is going to drain me and I won't have anything for the race itself. Yeah, that's probably it. Because before then, I wasn't really warming up, or just barely. Yeah. It's like mentally tuning yourself for the bike. And for example, today, the warm-up helped me to shed the anxiety I had when I climbed on top of the bike. Yeah, for me, it is also a benchmark. How am I going to do? If it feels hard, but I'm in control, it's a good sign. If I can talk during the intervals on stream, like I could today, it's a great sign. And when it feels like struggle, it's probably going to be struggle even during the race. Yeah, at least 10 minutes of recovery in between the warm-up and the start of the race. That's why am I starting the warm-up 30 minutes before I finish it, like 12 or 11 minutes before the start, and that's perfect for recovery. But it's not that long of a pause that you would like cool down before the start. Yeah, it's not good to enter, especially during Zwift race when the start is always crazy, almost always. Today it was surprisingly civil, but neutral start, yeah. But I think they feel it's unnecessary because you can warm up elsewhere, basically. And it is not like on Zwift you need to first exit the narrow paths. And even the pain caves, like pain caves are quite, how do I say it? They do not feel as difficult on paper, but they always hurt a lot. That's probably why are they called pain caves, but better. Today it was easy, fairly easy. I don't want to say it was easy, but fairly easy. On Friday I was dying. I got dropped actually in pain caves on Friday. Very close to the top, but I got dropped. Yeah, but just barely. I needed to wait for your group anyway, because there was like one guy with me. It was because the climb before. On the climb before, I went pretty deep in the well to survive even, and I wasn't recovered by any stretch of imagination before the pain caves. You don't want to get dropped during a race. And if you do, you need to reform a group with other guys as soon as possible. But ideally, not to get dropped. Because even if you manage to squeeze yourself and catch up, you will have lost like crazy amount of energy compared to the guys that were just drafting. What a weird climb this is. Is it the one that was the like time trial during this year's Tour de France? Oh no, that was Persourt, right? No, I mean, I didn't have VO2 max tested in a lab. My Garmin says I've got 69 VO2 max, but Garmin VO2 max is trash. So yeah, I've got a dinner call. I'm already at the end. I don't think it is really, because it depends a lot on whether you ride in hot weather, stuff like that. It bases it on heart rate. That's another layer of inaccuracy. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to do the next one, the long one, on Friday, hopefully with Steven, Triple B. We will talk privately to schedule it if it's possible. Like I said, if you are in EU and want to get the Zwift Ride bundle, get it before the weekend. Get it until Friday evening, because on Saturday there is not going to be the 10% discount anymore, and we don't know if and when it is going to return. For the US and UK, it stays in place. You don't need to worry about anything. But if you are in EU and you are in the market for Zwift Ride, get it ASAP, because on Saturday the discount is going to be gone. Also, thanks to Turborox for sponsoring this live stream. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. I sure as hell did. Subscribe. We are nearing 5,000 subscribers. Only 22% of you who are watching are subscribed, so hit that button. It helps the channel grow and reach more people. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you in a few days. Ciao!